Hello, it is Monday, March 21st, 2022, and it is National Countdown Day. This weekend I will not be wrestling, I actually have this weekend off, but please go check out some local wrestling, music, live events, or spend quality time with your loved ones, related or chosen. Upcoming wrestling days, so next Friday, April 1st, I return to Oshawa, Ontario. Saturday, April 9th, I return to Barrie, Ontario for Barrie Wrestling. And Saturday, April 16th, I'll be in Cambridge, Ontario for Crossbody Pro Wrestling. Also later in the month, I'll be returning to Ottawa, Montreal, and the first time wrestling in Hamilton since February 2020. And this will be August 2020, the first time I'm in Oshawa, actually, so... upcoming Patreon Zooms tonight, which maybe by the time you're watching this, it already happened. For the meal tier and higher, we have game night. We're playing Jackbox tonight at 8 p.m. We're watching ECW Living Dangerously 1999 on Sunday at 8 p.m. And for all tiers, the promo contest judging will take place next Monday, March 27th at 8 p.m. Deadline is this Thursday, March 24th at midnight Eastern. Follow me at Holden Pro on Twitter and Instagram, where I host an Instagram Live every Monday night at 7:15 p.m., where you can be a guest and featured on the stream if you're a Patreon member. All other links and quick access are in the descriptions or the bios, Linktree, etc., TikTok, YouTube, podcast, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. But most importantly, patreon.com/BrendonC, BRENDONE, the letter C. Join the Acolytes of Albright, get exclusive merch opportunities, content, shoutouts, and Zoom events. All tiers get listed in the credits, but Meal Plus get shoutouts, so thank you Gimpy, Uncle Bobby B, Tommy Richardson, Morgan and Mama Thomas, Brian, the Pizza Man, Watson, Eric Thomas, and Rob Arbick. And now time for some fun facts, birthdays, and what was the #1 song on this day in 1994? You'll find that out later on, unless you already read the bio. But before that, thank you as always to the websites nationaldaycalendar.com, onthisday.com, and mybirthdayhits.com. National Countdown Day. 3, 2, 1, National Countdown Day on March 21st ticks down the minutes, seconds, or days to events big and small. 3, 2, 1, July 16th, 1969, Apollo 11 launches into the atmosphere, carrying the crew for the first moon landing. 3, 2, 1, Y2K, everyone party like it was 1999 until the new millennium arrived. 3, 2, 1, January 19th, 2013, Marlo Anderson quietly launched a website called nationaldaycalendar.com. 3, 2, 1, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. On National Calendar Day, March 21st, we can start a countdown to just about anything. Around the office, we count down to the next celebration every day. It is also a day to consider past and present countdowns of significance. Recently, parts of the United States count down to August 21st, 2017, to a total solar eclipse. The event created road trip opportunities for those within driving distance. It also created science party lessons on rooftops in the path of the eclipse. And it was a memorable countdown indeed. Did you miss it? Start your countdown for April 8th, 2024. This solar eclipse will cover parts of Mexico, Central and Northeastern United States, and just a bit of Canada. Royal Countdown. Since royal weddings draw a lot of attention, countdowns are an essential part of the draw. The fanfare and commitment to tradition remind us of storybook weddings. There are several royal weddings to recall. Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer on July 29th, 81, Prince William and Catherine Middleton on April 29th, 2011, and Prince Harry and Meghan Markle on May 19th, 2018. Another British countdown that kept the world interested was the countdown to Brexit. United States countdowns. Some favorite countdowns in the U.S. led to opening days. This could be the opening day of baseball, racing, the swimming pool, or hunting season. That's for you, Gimpy. However, the countdown to tax due day, election day, or even the closing bell can be a positive or ominous one. Of course, it all depends on the outcome. Sometimes one countdown even depends on the results of other countdowns. Summer in sports. Now countdowns to summer break may be started as early as September 1st, or as late as spring break. Those who motor on two wheels like to count down to Sturgis. Other sports enthusiasts like to count down to March Madness, game day, and Olympic opening ceremonies. There's also the countdown to the final buzzer of every game. However, there are sports with no time limit, therefore no countdown to end the game. Can you name one? How to observe #321 day. Start a countdown to something significant to you. Start your countdown, whether you are counting down to a homecoming or a wedding, to your last chemo treatment or your graduation. Share your countdown with others. What will you count down to? We also want to know how you count down. Do you use an app or do you have a creative dance? What is the next big countdown in your life? On National 321 Day, share all your countdowns using #321day on social media. 3, 2, 1, go! This is what happens when I read nationaldaycalendarthing.com. But National Countdown Day history. In 2018, National Day Calendar proclaimed National Countdown Day to celebrate all the ways people count down to important moments in our lives. Wait, did nationaldaycalendar.com just admit that they made this one up? Countdown frequently asked question. Wait, when was this website founded? 321 January 19th. Okay, so if this was January 19th, I definitely think National Day Calendar made this up. But countdown frequently asked questions. Can you celebrate National Countdown Day? Yes! Whether you count down the days of a special event or the minutes to end the week, there's always something to count down to. Are there apps I can track to count down? Yeah, a variety of apps. I normally just look up how many days to or from whatever on Google, and it just gives you the thing there. There are over 1,500 national days. Don't miss a single one. Celebrate every day with nationaldaycalendar.com. March 21st, celebrated and not so celebrated history. In 1349, between 100 and 3,000 Jews are killed in Black Death riots in Erfurt, Germany. In 1804, Napoleonic Code adopted in France stresses clearly written and accessible law. In 1871, journalist Henry Morton Stanley begins his famous expeditions to Africa. In 1917, the first active-duty Navy woman, Loretta Walsh, receives the rank of petty officer. She's the first woman enlisted in the United States Armed Forces in a non-nurse capacity. In 1940, Rebecca, based on the book by Daphne du Maurier, directed by Alfred Hitchcock and starring Laurence Olivier and Joan Fontaine, premieres in Miami, Florida. Oscar for Best Picture in 1941. In 1961, the Beatles' first appearance at the Cavern Club in Liverpool. In 1963, the Federal Bureau of Prisons closes Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary located on an island off the coast of San Francisco, California. The maximum security prison is also known as the Rock House. Some of the country's most notorious criminals, including Al Capone, Robert Birdman of Alcatraz Strode, George Machine Gun Kelly, and Alvin Karpis. In 1970, the mayor of San Francisco, Joseph Iota, proclaims the first Earth Day. In 1975, Ethiopia abolishes its monarchy after 3,000 years. In 1980, someone shoots JR on the popular television series Dallas. In 1984, NFL owners pass the infamous anti-celebrating rule. In 1991, Tatsumi Fujinami beats Ric Flair for the NWA Wrestling Championship. Because also on this day, the largest wrestling crowd in Japan, 64,500 at the Tokyo Dome. In 1994, Wayne Gretzky ties Gordie Howe's NHL record of 801 goals. In 1995, New Jersey officially dedicates the Howard Stern Rest Area along Route 295. In 1997, film Selena, I'll Do Anything for Selena, is released based on the life of singer Selena Quintanilla Perez, starring Jennifer Lopez in her breakthrough role directed by Gregory Nava. In 2014, Russia formally annexes Crimea amid international condemnation. And fast forward 8 years, and we're back in the same bullshit again. In 2019, Bangladesh woman with 2 uteruses safely gives birth to twins 26 days after giving birth to another child. I guess I'm happy I stopped dating that Bangladesh girl. In 2020, Italy records record death tolls. In 2020, Italy records record daily death tolls of 793 for COVID-19 as the worldwide death toll surpasses 12,000 with 299,000 known infections. John Hopkins figures. Oh, and then also in 2006, Jack Dorsey, one of Twitter's co-founders, sent the first public tweet. It just read, and I quote, "Just setting up my Twitter, TWTTR." Some March 21st celebrated, not so celebrated birthdays. In 927, Taizu Huanyajian, I apologize, I'm ripping myself off this shit, founder and first emperor of the Song dynasty from 960 to 976, who reunified most of China by conquering the states of the southern Tang, later Shu, southern Han, and Jingnan, born in Luoyang, Henan, China. He died in 1976. In 1856, Henry Hossein Flipper, an American soldier, former slave, and first African-American to graduate from the United States Military Academy at West Point in 1877, is born in Thomasville, Georgia. He dies in 1940. In 1869, Albert Kahn, an American architect known as the Architect of Detroit, is born in Ranin, Kingdom of Persia. He died in 1942. Forrest Mars Sr., 1905, is born. The American businessman and heir of the Mars Candy Empire is best known for developing the Mars Bar and M&Ms. Jeanne Benoit is born in 1904. In 1933, the Canadian cookbook author and broadcaster opened her own cooking school called the Fumette de la Ville, France, in Montreal. 2 years later, Benoit opened the vegetarian restaurant The Salad Bar. Henry O. Flipper is born in 1906. On January 14, 1877, Cadet Henry O. Flipper became the first African American to graduate from West Point. Oh, I'm so sorry. Wait, these are births. So how was he born in 1906 but did something in 1877? This one I took from nationaldaycalendar.com, so I'll give them all the fucking shit on that. Julio Gallo was born in 1910. Along with his brother Ernest, Julio Gallo started a winery in 1933. From Modesto, California, they created a brand that dominated the inexpensive wine market. Gallo gained a reputation as a savvy businessman with marketing know-how. Over the years, Gallo eventually branched into finer wines. In 1958, Gary Oldman is born, English actor, known for Sid and Nancy, The Darkest Hour, is born in London, England. In 1960, Ayrton Senna, a Brazilian auto racer, world F1 champion in 88, 90, and 91, is born in São Paulo, Brazil. He died in 1994. In 1962, Matthew Broderick, an American actor known for War Games, Biloxi Blues, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, is born in New York City, New York. In 1962, Rosie O'Donnell, comedian, actress, A League of Their Own and Flintstones, and TV host Rosie, is born in Commack, New York. In 1972, Chris Candido, an American professional wrestler, is born in Edison, New Jersey. He dies in 2005. Just a little reminder, you can read the document that I'm reading off on the Patreon podcast link of this. March 21st, celebrated deaths. In 1617, Pocahontas, an American Indian princess and daughter of Powhatan, dies at 22. In 1891, Joseph E. Johnson, an American military officer, senior officer in Confederate Army and United States Army, dies at 84. In 1915, Frederick Winslow Taylor, an American mechanical engineer and the father of scientific management, dies of influenza at 59. In 1952, tornadoes in Arkansas, Texas, Missouri, Mississippi, Alabama, and Kentucky causes 343 deaths. In 1991, 27 are lost at sea when two U.S. Navy anti-submarine planes collide. In 1992, John Ireland, a Canadian actor, All the King's Men rawhide gunfight at OK Corral, dies of leukemia at 78. In 2009, Walt Podobny, a Canadian ice hockey player, he was born in 1960. In 2016, Andrew Grove, Hungarian-American pioneer in the semiconductor industry and one of the founders and CEO of Intel and philanthropist, dies at 79. In 2017, Martin McGuinness, an Irish Sinn Féin politician and IRA member, dies of a rare heart condition, amyloidosis, at 66. In 2021, 45 are crushed to death in a crowd paying respects to the late President John Magufuli at a stadium in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Once again, go read that document and see how bad I butcher this shit. And lastly, if you were born on Monday, March 21st, 1994, then The Sign by Ace of Base was the #1 song in Canada on your birthday. The song went to #1 on March 21st, 1994 and stayed at the top of the charts for 5 weeks. Now, before we get into the song, which if you're listening to the podcast, the song plays after the podcast, let's get a couple breaths in. I'll do the first 2 with you. Remember, it's in through the nose and out through the mouth like a straw, though. Just don't go, huh, like a straw, just like you're blowing bubbles into your cup of chocolate milk at Denny's when you're 5 years old. So 1, 2, 3 in. And out. One more time. 1, 2, 3 in. And out. Now I wonder, comment down below if you do these breathing exercises. I think it'd be interesting. I hear 6 to 20 is like what the sweet points are for it to be good for you. But remember, as always, you woke up this morning. You're already winning. 150,000 people did it. Even if you fail to make progress today, you can still make progress tomorrow. You can be scared, you can be nervous, you can be uncertain. But show up anyways. That's how you will succeed. That's how you will win. You can fucking do it. Remember to forgive your younger self. Believe in your current self so you can create your future self. And I hope you know that you made today a very special day by just being you. There ain't nobody, and I mean nobody, in the world like you, and I like you just the way you are. As always, thank you for your continued support on Patreon or personally. Thanks for watching this, subscribing. Comment down below. Let's engage. Let's have some conversations. What was some of your favorite facts about this? Do you like me talking about all this death? And lastly, have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Just have fun. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I truly appreciate being along the ride, and I'm grateful to be along on your pursuits of happiness. Have a good one, everybody. Talk soon.